What's up, you guys? Megan here with another video, and the topic of discussion for today is anxiety. So if you watched my previous video, my healthy lifestyle video, then you probably already knew that I wanted to do a different anxiety video because that's pretty personal to me. So this video will just discuss a couple of tips that I have used and that has worked for me, as well as my journey and how I am right now. And so hopefully that helps you a lot or a little bit, or just is interesting for you. And just a disclaimer, I am not a professional in this field, so please don't take this like too personally, or don't think that everything that I'm saying right here is like by the books and is completely correct. This is just some things that have worked for me, so hopefully it'll help you guys as well. So obviously anxiety is a huge thing right now, which is not necessarily the best thing, because having anxiety is an issue and a problem in itself, and just the vast number of people that have and are dealing with anxiety is just ridiculous, and people shouldn't be dealing with that, especially people who are a lot younger. But whatever the case is, it can vary from just like general anxiety to a panic disorder, and it's super different, but I range that all in the field of anxiety itself. So I think my story probably began in high school, but that was natural. Like you enter high school for the first time, you're kind of scared, you're kind of stressed out, you have a lot of things going on, and so obviously you would get anxious and stressed out a little bit. That's just natural. So I sort of went along my first 2 years of high school the way it is, which would be 9th and 10th grade, and it was sort of a problem, but not enough to have me go to an actual doctor, get medication or anything. It was just like work related, school related, social issues related. So it was just a growing age for me, and I think that's probably why my anxiety started in the first place. So I didn't really worry about that. I think it started to get pretty bad during my junior and senior year of high school, which is 11th and 12th grade. And that was probably when I realized that, okay, you know what, maybe I need to start taking some precautions. I need to figure this thing out, because it was starting to affect a little bit of how I was thinking, how I was feeling, my focus level, and I think I kind of took it in my own hands. I'm not really sure if that was the best thing. In the end, of course, it did work out. If you have watched my previous videos on this channel, I know there's not too many, but my other videos, they mostly promote and support the idea of organic and natural living. So I don't really like using medication that much, especially if you go to the doctor and they prescribe you with a really harsh and hard medication that's supposed to hit one issue, but sometimes it also causes other side effects and other problems, and I don't like to deal with that. So I really wanted to look for a natural and organic way of dealing with this. And this was obviously new to me. Let's say that I would have some sort of physical problem. Okay, there were some things out there that I could do, some things natural, medications that I could take that would help with that. But for something that's mostly tailored towards your mental side of health, it was really difficult for me because I never had to deal with that before, especially because I was so young. So I think high school in itself was probably a journey, and I'm still on that journey. I'm still growing, still trying to figure out how to totally fix my anxiety, or at least the best possible way that I can cope with anxiety altogether. You can control a lot from your breathing, and you might not realize that. A lot of people say, oh, yoga is good for you, meditation is good for you, but you don't realize how important and how impactful it actually is until you start using it, and kind of keep it in your toolbox and use it for whenever you do have these stressful and anxious situations. And I found that this helped me a lot. So one exercise that I always used to do when I feel like that anxiety attack coming up, and I'm like, okay, I really need to just sit down, fix this problem right here so that it won't affect anything else that I'm doing. And so the exercise pretty much is just controlling your breathing. So you inhale for 4 seconds, you hold for 4 seconds, and then you exhale for 4 seconds. And what that really does is slow your breathing down, because a lot of people, when they get anxious, you know, you start to hyperventilate and you just really start to take short breaths, and that is completely not good for you. And then you start getting worried, oh my god, I'm hyperventilating, like what do I do? So the best thing that you can do without having to take those, you know, hard medications, of course in extreme situations, you know, that might be advised, but when you are feeling it and you can, you know, you feel like an attack coming up, I would say first step, get yourself in order. You know, you want to, in your head, be in control of the situation. You do not want to let this attack get the better of you. You do not want to let this attack, you know, kind of just completely control your life and your event or whatever you're at, the current situation. So something else that I make sure to keep regulated and balanced is my diet and my exercise schedule. And a lot of people forget about this part just because it's so basic and so much part of the foundation that we think that, oh, there's nothing wrong that we're doing in this, you know, part of our lives. But actually a lot of people, you know, are messing up in the consumption portion and the diet portion and the exercise portion. So that's an area that you really want to hone in and try to figure out, okay, am I making sure that I am eating correctly? Am I making sure that I'm, you know, eating good things and not always, you know, junk food and all those bad things that aren't good for your body? Am I exercising regularly and not just like once in a month, you know? I want to get fit, but I also want to clear up my head. That'll really help. And obviously eating a balanced meal, getting in all of your vitamins, minerals, you know, carbs, healthy carbs, fiber, and all those things, you know, that you've been taught since elementary school. Getting that in is very essential and very helpful. Now, another thing that I used to never do was take time out of my day to just relax. Now I usually just do this right before I sleep. You know, I'm sitting on my bed, the lights are out, and I just sort of try to clear my mind out of everything just for 10-15 minutes, and that's enough, and that actually does wonders. It helps you sleep, and it helps you kind of just relax and get over the day, no matter how, you know, stressful and no matter how disappointing or whatever it is. Last thing that I can personally give you as some advice, obviously not at a professional level, is it's mind over matter. Whatever the scenario is, you need to feel like you have control of it. No matter how stressful, even if you feel like, okay, I'm getting really anxious, you know, sit down and think about it. Think about like why you're getting anxious. How can I fix this? I am in control of whatever is around me, whatever is happening in my life. You know, so take that control, take the reins, and figure out how I can fix this. And as cliche as it might sound, it actually is just that, you know, mind over matter. No matter what happens, you are above that and you can deal with that, and that's great. Maybe you have to learn how to deal with that, but that's probably the ultimate step, and I am still on that journey as well. I'm trying to figure out how I can have complete control over every situation. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is just my personal take on anxiety, and I know it's a huge issue. It's very controversial. A lot of people have different opinions of it, but this is just my view, and I hope you guys, you know, thought it was somewhat interesting and somewhat helpful. Maybe a couple of you out there who are dealing with anxiety will kind of take from this and maybe learn, or at least share your own ideas and your opinions. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Thumbs up actually really helps me because it lets other people know that a lot of people did watch this and enjoy it at least. Leave a comment down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!